Okay, Master, you can go ahead and read.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to day 7 of week 2, recognizing your higher self name. I'm Preeti from Arizona, and we will be reading the chapter first and then grasp the concept, and then we will go into the meditation. Right, Lalita ji?
Yes, Master.
All right. So, Shruti ji has voted
Master,
herself.
are you sharing the PDF?
Yes, let me share the screen. Can you see?
Yes. Recognizing the higher self's name. You have experienced love in your heart, the gentle pulsation of creation in your heart. It is in the heart that we are connected to all of creation, and it is the love you feel that is the connector. That love is far more than a connector, though, for love is the common denominator of everything and everyone. Science will one day find that common denominator, which Einstein called the unified field. It is love, God's love, which is that unified field. When you sat quietly last week and allowed your attention to be with your heart, you experienced love, God's love, your love, everyone's love. You experienced the substance from which the entire creation is made. You experience the entire creation. It is this
Shruti,
simple experience.
hold on a second. I would like to speak on this a little bit, because as we are trying to understand the meaning of love, right? How we are connected. So, like when we talk to each other, we talk through a thought. So, we have to send a thought and receive a thought, right? So the thought travels. But love is the common denominator, which is present in everything and everyone. And when we center in our heart and we feel that pulsation, we feel that love, that is the love of God. That is the love is present in each and every space. It's a unified field with which the whole creation is made. There's no space where there is no love. So love is the connector, because there's nothing, it's like a wave. There's no disconnect. It's everywhere present. It's the same love that we experience. It's the substance, it's a common substance from which everything is created, the whole universe and ourselves. Right? So understanding love is so very powerful, because you remember that even as we say, with a thought we do the creation, but love is more powerful because it is present everywhere. It is this God, that substance, that God quality, without which there cannot be any creation. So with that, we experience the entire creation in our heart space. Yes.
It is this simple experience that now leads you to the profound, at least from your vantage point now. It is profound. However, as your experience and the knowledge unfold, it won't seem profound at all. It will be simple and natural, easy and unflashy. Yet, if you knew now what you will experience in this course, it would seem profound. In the first lesson, you learned that your beautiful physical body is just a small portion of yourself. The rest of yourself is made of the love you experienced, as is all of creation. Since you can now feel that love, you can use it as a connection to the rest of yourself. That is what you begin to do this week. For now, it may be easier to differentiate between the
Shrutiji?
terms.
So just let me read out again this line. The rest of yourself is made of the love you experienced, as is all of the creation. Right? So we are aware of our physical body, but we have a bigger self, a whole bigger self, with which we can connect with this love. So in the first lesson, we learned that your beautiful physical body is just a small portion of yourself. The rest of yourself is made of the love you experienced, as is all of creation. Right? Now, since you feel that love, you can use it as a connection to the rest of yourself. So this is the connection we are talking about, right? So this, because love is everywhere, this connection is already there. We are not starting any connection with what we call with our whole self, but it's already there. Now we are going to recognize it. In this chapter, we are going to recognize that connection with our whole self. That is only possible when we start feeling this love with which the whole creation is made. So here we are saying that we differentiate between the term lower self and the higher self. Yes, please go ahead.
Lower self and higher self. That is, of course, inaccurate. We are one self. Furthermore, our one self is one with everything and everyone else. We are all that same love. We are all one. We are all connected. That is a difficult concept to understand so long as you perceive only your physical body. You do seem separated and you experience separation. As long as you know your higher self and lower self are false terms, we will use them. They will help you in this stage of your unfoldment. Your higher self has never lost touch with its God qualities. Unlike your lower self, your higher self knows everything. It is everywhere present. It is love personified, and it longs to reunite your whole being. It constantly feeds thoughts to you about your nature. It nudges you into more perfect right action. It is always there as your servant to lead you to a life of love, abundance, and safety.
So beautiful it is, right? So here, just to understand, we are dividing it in two terms, that to understand the lower self and the higher self, but we are all one self, right? And then we are everything, and we are present everywhere, and we are everything, and we are in everyone, right? So we are all connected with this love personified. We are all one, we are all connected. So now, because we are going to understand the bigger self, the whole self, our whole self, apart from our physical body, we are just, for understanding, we are taking these two terms, lower self and higher self, which is not right. But as we start experiencing more than this body, our own qualities, our own true qualities, then we will realize for the first time, oh, wow, what is my, like, how my higher self feels like. You know, as a group of people, we are talking, and anybody you could take who is like meditating, or even though if they are not meditating, but they have their self connection, they start giving you messages. You start getting your own thoughts in a more wiser form. You start realigning your thought patterns. I don't want to think like this. Okay, till now I was like this. I want to do this now. So our connection with higher self is already established and it's there. And then we start receiving the message in our thought form. And those thoughts are more wise. They're full of wisdom. They're full of love, care, and they're like enabling us to live a more abundant, loveful, happy life. So it takes us toward our own perfection in our thought, perfection in our actions. Okay. So we remember that we are always realigning ourselves, recorrecting, thinking bigger, thinking as a whole, not as a limited self. right? So that is the change we all will start recognizing in our day-to-day life. Yes, Shrutiji.
This top portion is finished, right? You
Yes,
experience your higher self has a name. This week you learn that name.
no, we have
As
not
with
this.
not okay.
Uh,
You experience the voice of your higher self all the time. Unfortunately, your own false fears and imaginations drown it out. Now you will begin to isolate that voice. Gradually, it will get louder. Gradually, you will rely on its wisdom because it is the source of perfect knowledge for you. It knows everything and has only one goal, that you live a happy, fulfilled, and abundant life. Your higher self has a name. This week you learn that name. As with last week, sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes with your attention focused in the heart. Feel the love, feel the pulsation, particularly feel that love energy radiate out from your heart. It will permeate every cell in your body. It will saturate everything around you. Be with that feeling. If thoughts come, let them bubble up. Don't resist them. Just feel the happy, joyful, blissful love.
Okay. So again, this paragraph is so beautiful. Every time you will read, you will find it like, okay, how powerful it is and how things have been happening in my own life. So we would know, okay, what my thoughts are and what my higher self voices are. Because as I said, like we start receiving more wiser thoughts, more correcting, more aligning to the nature, to the humanity, bigger thoughts we'll get. We start um, relying on our own self, on our inner intuition, right? Because that intuition is so very silent. It comes to us through our heart, and we will start recognizing, differentiating what are my thoughts and what are my intuition. So that becomes easier, simpler with regular practice. That is why we have to come here with everyday practice, read book, read and do meditation, and then you will feel the difference. So when we communicate, right, we need a name. It's only our name, and we are just which we should not, like decode the meaning of it, or thinking or hesitating about any of this name, but just take this name and make it your own. And like we all talk with ourselves, right? So start taking that name and start talking with that love, with that trust. Okay, so that way we make a more strong connection with ourselves, and we start receiving uh, this messages. So I will speak about it a little more as we talk about the practice.
While you are enjoying the feeling of love, say these words: My beautiful higher self, please give me my name now. The name will be revealed to you. It may be a name you are familiar with, such as John, Mary, or Joshua, or it may be an unfamiliar group of syllables, such as Amy, Anasia, Kona, or Samatri. And don't resist a name you identify with a master, such as Jesus, Buddha, Babaji, or Confucius. The name appears to you as a persistent thought. You may hear it audibly, you may see its letters, it may just be a comfortable thought. When it comes, write it down. Then, in your next quiet period, notice if the same name comes to you. By the end of the week, the name of your higher self will be quite familiar to you. Now, It is perfectly natural for you to doubt at this stage. Of course, don't feel you need a doubt. But if you are uncertain, don't worry about it. Just continue to do these exercises. Soon, those doubts will melt away and you won't even remember them. The quiet period can be up to 15 minutes this week. If you are enjoying the feeling of love, if the feeling of love goes away and you feel edgy or anxious, lie down for a few minutes. In addition to your regular quiet period of the love each day, read this week's text slowly, understanding each sentence. Throughout the day this week, whenever you think about it, say, I am love and I send love to name. You can send love to another person, a plant, a dog, a situation, or anything. You can send it a few feet or across the continent. Feel the love go from your heart to wherever you are sending it. Know that this is not just a mental exercise. You are actually transmitting love energy, energy that definitely dissolves problems.
So beautiful it is, right? Whenever we are stuck, we don't know what to do. And here's the simple solution. You feel the love, radiate the love, send the love.
This week, during the quiet moments before going to sleep, give a few words of thanks to your higher self for its guidance and love. Then transmit your love energy wherever you choose. Go to sleep transmitting love.
This is the beautiful, most beautiful practice we would ever learn to do ever. If we do this every time bedtime, our world is going to change drastically. So about our higher self, with my understanding and experience, as we all know, we get the guidance and all. Um, we also found a name this week. We have found the name for our higher self, which could be anything. It could be master's name, or it could be any just a collection of letters, right? And but as we speak, right? So like we call out our children name, and then we feel that love. So as we speak that love, it will fill it with that divine love that is, to me, it was never experienced before in any form of love. So I'm sure if you can share your experience, you would have received the name, and when you accepted it, you might have felt that divine love within you. Like, it's like each and every cell of the body is vibrating with love and experiencing the divine joy, right? And what I feel, to me, what my higher self connection is like, I'm just sitting, and whenever I'm connecting consciously, I would feel like uh, a, uh, an unknown shape. There's no shape, there's no body, nothing. It's just that I'm just engulfed in light, and I start feeling and radiating that love already, automatically, in any situation, any point of time, right? So now my higher self has never lost its connection with God. It's in its purest form, right? So when we are connected with that higher self, we imbibe the same quality, and we actually express also. We already imbibe all these God qualities, but we start expressing also, because it fills in our whole entire physical body, and then the energy around it, right? So in things, even the things around us also start feeling that love that we are radiating. It's a very powerful practice which we are learning in week 2, and we are going to continue till all the way, till the end. So our higher self is like God, present everywhere, knows everything. It has no limitation of time and space. There's no past, present, and future for it. It is aware of every moment, now and here. It knows the past, it knows the future, it knows everything. So that is the perfect source of knowledge we are talking about, that we are making connection to. And why this love, right? Because if we don't have love, that unconditional love feeling, we won't trust that channel, right? So any information we are getting, and it is coming within, from within. But when we know that this is this we, I don't have to doubt about it. That the source is perfect, the source is pure, right? And it is like when we talk to our mother, we trust her so much. With that love, we share everything. But that, for that unconditional love, we share everything. So to get my higher self messages, I have that connection, that trust, that love, that I could speak, share, communicate, and talk, and filter out and learn things on our own. So this is the ultimate goal, like I would say, like every meditator achieves by enabling their own higher self concept connection. Rather, I should say by recognizing the higher self connection, because our higher self is always there guiding us all this way. We have come here to this book that is also guided by our higher self, to this practice, to this group. That is a very great thing to start with. Like every day, if you are trying to read the book before meditation, it's amazing. It's amazing. Um, so this love is so powerful that we are going to experience, and slowly it will always increase. It will always increase. And after this week, that connection with our higher self, we will never feel lonely alone by ourselves. We'll always feel guided. We'll always feel loved and supported and cared. We will understand the power of love. When we feel loved, we don't hesitate, we don't feel judged. And that is when the whole creativity starts expanding. Okay, I don't care nobody what thinks, who thinks what about me, and I would like to throw my idea here. That brings that, what we think that it could sound silly, that doubt, that confusion melts away, right? So coming to unified practice, many people say that I'm also doing unified, and I'm also doing some other program and other things. I would highly recommend to stay with the practice. Understand that it's a course on truth. We have registered for a course on truth, and it's a practical guidance, right? So if we deviate from one practice to some other thing, we are trying to go in mind again and again. So as I was doing this program workshop for 6 months, I was trying to read some other books, because I was thinking, okay, I'm doing the practice, I'm reading the chapter, and when I have other time, I would like to read something else. But then Babaji took away everything out. He wanted me to be with this. Give your 100, 200% whenever you're here. So for me, then while I was doing this, I had no other workshops. I had no other Zooms. I just did this practice all the time, trying my best, giving my best. Whenever I have time, I would just go and sit and feel my heart space. So once we are done with this practice, we have started with this practice, we start living from here. Every time and every moment, I am feeling my heart space here. As if I'm aware everything that is happening around, I'm breathing from here. I'm always staying around here. There is chaos outside, I'm staying here. There's everything good, harmony, everything, I'm still here. So I know my feeling all the time. So that starts bringing change in our awareness, I would say, because this speaks to the universe. Everything that manifests in our life is directly connected from here. And then we start becoming aware and more responsible of our own thoughts and feelings. We start making choices that I choose to be in love. And with this chapter practice, we get the higher self name and communication, and then this practice deepens. Every time this practice deepens with every week, and we'll continue to expand our understanding of our whole true self, and then our own desire, and then our whole as a creator, how we are, and then we will move on further. So thank you so much, Shrutiji, for reading this chapter. And I think I should start the meditation. Lalita ji, what is?
Ma'am, like, before starting meditation, because we all have like one or the other have some or the other questions, because whole week we were doing just with the video, YouTube video. So they get their answers cleared like today, and then they start the meditation. I think it would be great.
I think we should start with the meditation, because we have already absorbed the concept from the book, and then we can talk freely afterwards.
Okay.
I have time. I can stay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So again, as we have already spoken about it, we start with Anapanasati Dhyan. Anapanasati Dhyan is the basic, that connection with our whole self. It happens, but we are not aware of it. With this practice, we are becoming aware of our own self. Okay, so every day we are doing Anapanasati Dhyan, and in our quiet periods. So there are, in this chapter also, they have mentioned that we have a quiet period of 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We are focusing here. We are aware of our own heart space, right? So in the first chapter, centering in the heart space, we were just trying to feel the oneness with God, all the God qualities, because we only see this body, and then we think we are made of 5 elements, and we have 5 senses, but all the other qualities are hidden. So those qualities are actually the feelings, right? And this life is all about experiences. So this feeling of God quality is our experience. So that first chapter is so powerful that we gave all the God qualities to ourselves, and we expanded so that we realize our divinity. Every time we have, judged ourselves so much with every little mistake and not doing things the way it should have been done, we criticize. But here we take this time to appreciate ourselves, to know our divinity. So that starts with chapter 1. And chapter 2, it tells us that no, you are not just this much, right? You're bigger than this, and you are always supported, guided, and protected. And that connection we are going to start. So this is the practice for the next week, where we are feeling love, we are expanding love to our whole body. The physical body will be filled with love, and then it expands to the surroundings, and then we can bring anybody in front and send love, and it's actually happening. We are thinking that, okay, I'm just manipulating, I'm just thinking, but it's actually happening. Okay, so with thought, every creation happens, and with pure dedication, just stay here, and then you'll start seeing the changes around you. So let us go and sit in meditation for Anapanasati Dhyan. Let us cross our feet. If you are sitting on a floor, just do a Sukhasana. And if you are sitting on a sofa or a chair, just cross your legs over your ankles, all 10 fingers into fingers, hands in your lap. Now gently just straighten out your spine. Come to a very relaxing pose. Do an inhale, slow, long, deep. And exhale, and gently close your eyes as you feel. Become more aware of yourself with every in-breath and every out-breath. We are here together with this group energy for a beautiful practice. We'll do a very short meditation. Do an in-breath and out-breath. Become aware of it fully. With every in-breath, feel the breath going through your nostril to the head. filling your head with this fresh, beautiful energies. Fill your face. Everything, it's like getting rejuvenated. Your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, nose, mouth, upper lips, chin, your ear, front to back, everything is filled with this beautiful energy. Now breathe into that, your face. Breathe in deep, slow, easy, and exhale to your face. Feel the beauty we carry. Feel the appreciation for who we are. Now feel the same breath in your neck area. Breathe into your neck area. Your shoulders relax. Breathe into your shoulders. And arms, hands and palms. Consciously take your breath from your nostril to the face, to neck and shoulder and arms. In your palm, your fingertips. Relax your shoulder more. Let it drop, let it fall back. Bring gentle smile on your face as you relax more and more. Now take the same breath and fill your chest. Breathe in deep, slow and long. Let your heart space become bigger. Your chest expanding. Breathe in more, breathe in, breathe out more. Every breath, we are filling this divine cosmic energy. Making room for the new energies and let go of all sad past, anything that is unwanted with every exhalation. And let go. Now breathe into your abdomen, upper and lower, full stomach filled with this fresh new cosmic energy. Breathe in consciously to your stomach. Let it expand fully and then exhale to your mouth or nose. Exhale completely, longer. Become relaxed more aware of your body. Now breathe into your spinal column, the mind. Relax your upper back, mid back, and the lower back. Feel the difference. It's this powerful breath. You can take it to any pain and fill it with love and grace and bless it. Then release as you exhale, release and let go with any thought and know that it's happening. I release and let go of all my past hurts, pain, sadness. And I breathe in love more and more each and every moment. Love is the way, love is the cure, love is everything. Now fill in your bottom with the fresh new breath, your seat, reproductive organs, bottom, groin, now one more long breath, slow, long, steady. Take it to the foot, breathe into your legs. We all can do that, yes. Wherever our awareness goes, the energy flows. As you inhale, take it through your nostril all the way to the foot, passing through the thighs, knees, calves, ankles, to the toes, the sole of the foot. Feel that vibration. Now breathe in one more time. Slow, long, deep inhale. Through the nostril to the head, to the tip of the toe. And exhale. Become one. One unit. One beautiful, vibrant, radiating, pulsating form of energy. Now slowly bring your awareness to your heart space. And bring your awareness and breathe into your heart space. And exhale. Breathe in again to your heart space. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale to 4, exhale to 8. Feel the pulsation that is happening right now in your heart space. Recognize the lightness or heaviness. Recognize your feelings, whatever it is. Anything is okay. If we are feeling light, it's beautiful. If we are feeling love, pulsation, tingling, vibration, just recognize. Or if we are feeling it heavy, painful, just recognize. Breathe in more and exhale. We have to be here all the time, not in our heads, in our hearts. We have to make a beautiful home here, a temple. Not for a moment, not for a few hours, but it is our home. Let us clean it up. Fill it with love. Fill it with all the God qualities that we have. It's already there. I am made in the image of God, and all the God qualities are mine. Just relax in your heart space. With your awareness completely there. Breathe normally. Feel more relaxed. Repeat with your own words. I am made in the image of God. And all the God qualities are mine. God is love. I am love. God is joy. I am joy. God is peace. So I am peace. I am peace. Speak it with your own words and feel it. Every word has its feeling. How does it feel when I say I am peace? How does it feel when I say I am joy? What do you see within? What do you feel? How do you feel when you say I am love? It makes us whole and complete, isn't it? Recognize all these feelings. Recognize every little shift or differences. God is perfect. I am perfect. I am perfect. There's perfection in all the God's creation. So I am. I am perfect. God is soft and gentle. I am soft and gentle. God is light. Light is wisdom. I am light. I know everything. Feel that omniscience, beings we are. Feel that light that has no limitation. Just grows anywhere, everywhere, in all directions. We are that light, lightening the darkest corner. We are whole and complete. That one whole self of all the God qualities. We are made in the image of God. I am whole and complete. I am whole and complete. I appreciate my beautiful physical body. Appreciate my body. Feel that love for each and every organs, each and every cell in the body. That appreciation is love. Magnificent, miraculous creation. With which we experience life. It's so beautiful. Feel that love expanding from your heart space. To each and every organs. In all directions. That love is just expanding, radiating. Just like the sun we see in the sky. Our heart is glowing like a sun and filling the entire body with this glimpse of light, love. The joy. Now repeat. My beautiful higher self, please give me my name now. Stay here in your heart space. Let the thoughts bubble up. Come back to your heart space again and again and feel that divine love. If somebody is getting a lot of thoughts and you could recognize a name there, somebody could get a clear audible voice or a note revealing your own higher self name. You are who you truly are. It could be the same name you have received before. You have got your name, just call it out. And thank your higher self for its guidance. Throughout our journey, our higher self was always there, guiding us. But today we got the name. As we speak the name, feel it. Let us thank our higher self for guiding us today, for revealing its own name. Thank you, my dear higher self, for the name you have received. We are engulfed in this beautiful love and light. Let us send light and love to any person, any event. Now thank your higher self for the immense love and light that we are radiating through us. Love is the solution to all the problems. If we are sending love, we are receiving love. And this channel is opening for all our life. We will be bombarded with so much love as we have started giving it to everyone. To all the situation, event, past or present, future, it's filled with love. Love means trust and bond with our own life. Life is beautiful, it's divinely guided. It's just a journey to experience life. Let us thank our higher self one more time. And take a slow, long, deep breath in and out. In gratitude. Let this love pulsation happen all the time and become aware of it more and more every moment, every day. Thank you, Babaji, Dama, Patriji, our guiding angels, and our higher self. Gentle smile. Feel your body. Move your fingers a little bit, your toes. Feel your feet. Breathe in deep. Come back slowly, gently. Feel your beautiful body. an instrument of love and light, an instrument where we carry the energies. Thank you for giving me this opportunity today. Now slowly, gently bring both your palms and put it over your closed eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may slowly, gently open your eyes. And big clap to this beautiful practice today we did together. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. We meditated for 30 minutes. And if you have any questions, now we can talk as much as you have time. I'm available.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, like, I have a question. I
Sure.
got a name like only on one day. It was like, persistent thought that, this is kind of my higher self name. But I have a lot of doubts. I don't want to doubt it, but still I feel like, I have so many doubts whether it is really that name uh, or like it's some other name or all these kind of thoughts are coming. But only I'm thinking that that should, if that is the name, I should hear the voice, but I haven't heard the voice anytime. uh, so I'm just like waiting for that signal to just to uh, make sure that is the real name.
So, two things. One, that you in this book chapter also it says that there's no surprise that you might have your doubts. Secondly, that you said, I want to hear that name. So it doesn't happen that way that I want to see that my name is written. I want to hear that my name is coming in a female voice or a male voice. So it doesn't work that way because we are always progressing one step ahead, right? As I said in the meditation also, you might get stream of thoughts. All of a sudden you would feel like, okay, I never had this much thought before. I was enjoying my heart space. And when I put this question, there is a stream of thoughts. And I said that filter that phrase, what thoughts you are receiving right now. In there would be a word hidden. So many times it happens like you will see with some beautiful color in the sky, like a cloud, your name is written, or somebody on your, like you're using phone, so somebody is calling you and the name is written. So universe has unique way to express, and it's a joy for us to receive it that way, right? We are not in control, like we're not controlling things here. We're allowing things to happen through our higher self, our bigger self. So our higher self knows that we have received the message. And when you take the name, that we did that little added practice, I said that take the name and feel it. How does it feel? Because when it happened to me, I also had doubts and I didn't accept. So then one day when I started saying that name with all that trust and all that love, it was so easy to go in your heart space.
Mm.
It is so easy to feel that unconditional love, that love uh, that we see in this world, and that love that is divine, that true God qualities. It is so much different in experience. Only it's like we experience a somewhat little bit in here and there. Even that mother and child love is so much. Still, it is only a little part of what that divine love feels like. So just trust. As of now, you keep that name, and in coming chapter when we will go through, you will get the clarity.
Yeah.
And start communicating with that name. Start recognizing, giving space. Like you got a friend, but in your deepest of your being that it's only you that you are talking to.
Okay.
So all that prayer that works because we pray it with all our heart and we trust, and then we receive it through our own self. Our higher self is knowing of all. It is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. So whatever is needed is always given to us in the right time, right space. And whenever we seek anything and we manifest in our life, we see it happening, it is actually our higher self coming into action.
Got it. Yeah, I only that name I haven't said before, and I never utter that name. Um, I don't even think of saying that name. That name popped out, and I was so surprised where this name came out from.
So it's for everybody that you make your own unified notebook. It's a beautiful journey of 24 weeks that we are going to do in little longer time. But you start writing your experience there. It might become another book, So if you have not done it yet, make a fresh notebook for unified practice and start journaling every day's differences, every day's experience, the name that you got, and in coming chapters there will be practice that we might refer to our previous days experiences. So it's a journey that you would see it happening every day. So I expect more question on this topic. You can bring it up. Feel free to.
No, everybody have so many questions, but they are not coming out actually.
I think we spoke today a lot since beginning.
Preeti ma'am, what if we don't get any name?
That's also possible, yeah. So just keep on with the practice. Every day, come to your heart space, feel that love, leave that question, and then forget about it. So if you get any name, well and good, move on. So sometimes we are too much attached, we go in mind. And then we want things to happen in this way and that way. That also keep us stuck there. So we have to be in our heart space little more. So anywhere, like if you are taking your son to your child to some classes, you can just sit there and put that question and just relax, be in your heart space and feel that love. And then someday you will get the answer. You'll get the name. And for now, we'll just keep on doing the practices. We have more to come, and then you might get it then. For now, you just start feeling love more and more, and start being here. Put that question, stay here. Don't go here in mind. And also, as I said, there are a lot of tips given already. Sometimes we get a lot of thoughts, extreme of thought that you could not find why I'm getting this much. But there could be a name hidden. So increase a little bit of meditation practice. It will help you to be aware of your own thought. And then you could recognize, filter out the name.
One more question is how do we know if this course is for us? Or is it for everyone? I don't know, I was just getting
If you
this
ask
thought.
me, if you ask me, I would say that everyone must experience this at least once.
Okay.
At least once. And as you would come to an end, you would have your own takeaways. And doing this practice once, it's just the beginning. And doing this practice for 5 years, you cannot even imagine where you would be. And you can have a glimpse of that after first practice. Everybody has a takeaway. But for this, two things, as I said today, as we register for this course, there's a big no for any other workshops. Big no. Nobody has said this ever, but this is my personal experience, and Babaji had taught me this in this way. So, like you go to grade 1, you take 12 months to cross 1 grade. And we are here to learn this course, which is the course on truth, the biggest ever course you would have ever heard, even more than PhD, I would say. So give it your best. There's no hidden secret. Nothing more
The
than this.
question mostly popped because every chapter has a takeaway, right? Like you have to feel your heart center, and the second chapter is about knowing your name and all. So if I don't go through that experience, will continuing this course make any sense to me?
But just continue it, keep continuing it. And that's the point I'm coming to. Why I'm not experiencing anything, because I'm not trusting where the source, where the information is coming from. And very easily and clearly it is saying that you have to read this chapter slowly, line by line. Once you read it once, and then you just relax and enjoy the meaning of it. Many times you would feel so much joy, and that knowingness, that truth. Okay, is it like that? Is it true? So if you follow the instruction that is given in the preface page, go again and again, and understand that this every letter is coming from mouth of Babaji. Know that power, trust it. Come to the practice with 100% surrenders, not with mind. How love can
Ma'am, this is
be.
the question, right? Like, in general, they said not to use your mind. But again, it's been said when you read the book, go through every word and think
And
about it.
feel it.
Like, how do you not think
Feel
with
it.
the mind then?
Feel it. You have to go and feel it. And that's what, if you hear again, since like you bring your awareness to everything that I have said since beginning of the chapter, today's session, I'm just saying to feel, all the God qualities. It cannot be understood through mind. It can only be felt, right? The life is not about doing, right? It's about being. Being happens with our heart space, right? So the qualities are something that is very subtle. It is felt. Life is for experience, because experiences are our life lesson, right? And again, our own beingness is our own quality. And that quality we focus upon here in this materialistic world of competition. We teach kids to be competitive. Very openly we say, and very proudly we say, I am an IITian. I took this challenge. I did this. And I'm better than all these. So we have conditioned our mind so much that we see everything, right, high and low. Our every perception is, that rational number, and where we stand. That's how we see the whole entire world. But God says, I'm not high and low. I am everywhere, in everything, in everybody, equally. There's no difference. But do we accept it? Now, do we accept it? It's said, and with every mistake, we don't just see it as an experience, but we judge it, and we take shame on us. And we teach our kids to take shame on them. Many times, because it's easy. That's the way we have learned. We have grown up. So we give shame on kids. Okay, you couldn't do this? What? So coming back to the heart space, and you would understand the heart space, being in heart space in every chapter in bigger depth. It is so profound. It's so profound. And to you, it might feel like, what's the difference? Once we start tapping our heart space, every time if I'm aware of my feeling, I'm directly talking to the universe. And if we start realizing that most of the day I'm in the complaint zone, I'm in the negative zone, how my life would be, why my life is like this. So if we have to make one shift from this to this, we just have to change. There's something that has to be changed. And what different I'm doing? I'm doing unified course. Unified means what? If you think, it's another word given for yoga. Because we divided yoga in so many different terms, and now people say this yoga is better, that yoga is better, and we put again a lot of mind there. So we come to this practice and then we say, okay, I'm talking about unified, being unified with all the God qualities. Every time I do wrong, every time I feel I am judged, or, I didn't do the way I should have done, I start repeating the God qualities in me. And that's a new way of life, I would say. Reminding your true qualities to yourself that nobody else would ever do. Other than our mom, nobody would remind our true qualities, that how beautiful we are. And again, the first chapter, first line, it says, you are more beautiful than the flower in the heaven. So that's, give it a try. It doesn't work for you, maybe take some more time, because when we are ready, we receive it better. When we have more other quest, just go and explore and then come back. Coming back, it happens naturally. Nobody ever knew, like even I didn't know that I have to come here and do this, lead sessions here. I didn't know all that. I didn't plan for it. But it was like a blessing to the life when I started translation part of this, book printing and all that. Many of you might be knowing me here. So it started changing, triggering so much. Every time, just know that each one of us are connecting directly with Babaji. He is guiding us. There was a time Lahadi Masha is guiding. There's a time Yukteswar Giriji, Paramahamsa Yogananda ji guiding. So many masters came and helped us to come to this state where we understand love. We start trusting that really love is the winner over fear. In this world where we have insurance for everything, every little thing you buy, and you have an option to buy an insurance to secure your purchase, right? So here is saying that see the life in a new way, who you truly are, start living from that space. And I'm not saying that it's easy. Every day we have to make choice, we have to come to the practice, do it, and 100% you will feel better. And you could ask this question to any of the unified practitioners, I would say, any masters who have given it truly. Lalita ji, you could share your words and takeaways, and that could only help you to see it as one option as of now. If you feel you're not ready, just take some time, explore whatever you are more curious about, and then let it rest.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Shravanti ji.
Thank
Ji
you.
Neelam,
Hi,
Neelam ji.
Preeti. Hi, Preeti. Atmavandan, Preeti ji. बहुत like very powerful meditation session. And I just want to add to the last person who just asked the question, because I'm beginner like into meditation from last 3-4 months, and I think I can totally connect with her. First of all, I just want to tell her that if you are in this course, nothing happens for by chance. It was Babaji's wish, and my own example is one of that I saw the message, but I totally ignore it, that it will be too much for me, and it is different time zone. And then I saw Bay Area group, and I got message from GK sir. I'm part of that 12th tablet, and he asked me to join it. So I totally surrendered that Babaji wants me to join the group, and I have no words to say thank you to him and every masters who is doing it. So master, if you are in this unified group, so think it as a surrender, acceptance that Babaji wants you here. And I'm totally understanding your another point too, that center of heart center and send love and all. How I'm adding that, whenever I feel something negative feeling in my mind for anybody, I just implement that feel that I'm a God, I'm part of the God, and I'm born here to give love and send love to others, and totally change my mind at that time. It's not easy, honestly, but I have to keep reminding 24 hours during that time. I try to implement during my day-to-day work and chore, wherever I get, even it might be my kid or my neighbor or my husband or my family. Whenever that negativity comes to my mind about anything, because it will not change all of a sudden, I will not change, but I just keep reminding myself, no, I am here to give love, and I'm full of love, and I do that. And the next part, I think, all those feelings and how I center my heart. In one of the videos, I think I was listening, and how they told us, like, I love dogs. That person, he guided, the master, he guided that if you feel of somebody whom you love a lot, imagine about that person in the beginning. So how I love dogs, I have two dogs. So in the beginning, when we started Center of Heart, I started feeling about them, imagining them, and my heart was so much full of love at that time. And slowly I felt, every time when I sit in this meditation, even any other meditation, when I sit down, I just bring that into my mind, that my heart is full of love. So I think those small things are helping me, and I think that will help all of us. And again, I will just say that I'm totally new, totally beginner, and loving the part and this journey. And I feel I'm so curious and learning every day. And regarding the higher self too, I asked that question about in the other group where Sudhakarji and other people, they help me and they understand me that yes, how it will work. So a lot of questions are in everybody's mind. But my suggestion to everybody here, if you are here, it is Babaji's wish. Just surrender, give your 100%, 150%. And if you are awake at 5:30, think about that he wants you there and you want it here too. Your higher self want you here. So just do your best, and slowly we will be there. One day we will be like these higher masters, higher energy. I keep looking forward to hear these people. They are so patient, they are so full of knowledge, and we are doing so much, we're learning so much from them. So maybe that's what Babaji wants as a first step for us right now. Maybe we will not be unified in the first session in first 6 months, maybe next time, but understand how much we are learning from them, how much we are getting the knowledge. Maybe that's what is our first step, and that much we are ready to absorb right now. That's just my 2 cents to your answer. Thank you.
Neelamji, you have taken very bold step, very trusting of the whole process, and that only takes you to a different level already. Because clearly Babaji has said, okay, don't be curious, don't go and read the whole book at once.
Yeah.
Go through the practice, read one book, chapter, go through it for 1 week. So we did this program in Hindi, and for that, the translation was not even complete, and we started the session. And we were just giving one PDF every week to read this chapter, and then everybody didn't even know the index, what all we are going to practice. And every day was full of surprises, and every day the experience was so beautiful. The meditation, we understand in terms of energy. We don't understand in terms of words. We understand and accept it in terms of energy. So everybody were so dedicatedly going through the chapter, reading, and the practice itself is so beautiful. It takes us to a different level without doing anything much. So this heart coherence, what she explained is heart coherence, that our heart and mind becomes one. When we do not judge our feelings, we just start enjoying that feeling of loved ones, maybe a pet, maybe their child, or any past or future. The most ecstatic moment of your life, and you feel it happening right now, you would go in that high elevated state immediately. Because when we close in our eyes, we can create anything in our mind, whatever we want to see, however we want to see ourselves, we can just see it happening in that moment. So that is heart elevation process. Many of masters do this practice in their session. And we are going even further by not just embracing those positive thoughts, but the God qualities, which is miraculous, enabling every day with this miraculous power. And as you said, we may not be able to be unified. I would like to correct here. It's a journey. It's like I am whole and complete right now. You see me, myself, me incomplete, or yourself incomplete? No, right? It's only the expansion that is happening every day, every moment. We are expanding. So unified, it's a journey. We all have started it with chapter 1, centering in the heart. And I would like to ask everybody to reread the preface. Like whenever I'm like bored out of it, I would read the preface. And it is so much joy when I hear it. Wow, Babaji is saying this. Okay, we have done this. So this course is already at a very high level. Once we have experienced everything, then only we can sit and contemplate on all this. And by the end of the unified practice, we are going to communicate through the whole entire universe. How it is happening? How does it work? So all that curious question are answered through us, through this practice. So we are expanding on our wisdom. So it's said that, right, our lower self, higher self, but there's a whole self. So we know, we are aware of just the tip of the iceberg, and it will just expand, and then we'll know our whole self. So many people would have read this book called 1,000 Seeds of Joy, right? There also, I was reading and it was so funny. They talk about soul feelings, and all these soul feelings are nothing but the God qualities. And there they have discriminated the positive and difference in the positive and the soul feelings means the God qualities. That these God qualities are infinite. That love is unconditional, love is infinite. But we can limit that love when I call it with the child and mother love. It's finite, it's limited. But the love that we experience here by by imbibing all these God qualities, when we say that because I am made in the image of God, I am love. God is love, I am love. It becomes infinite. We experience the infinite. We become the infinite. Every word has energy, you know. So anything that we think, and when we start feeling it, we see things happening, right? Anything that we think, we feel, and we speak, every day is changing our reality. So where we are investing our time, we just have to see, okay, what I'm doing, where I'm doing. And that takes us to next step, right? So still, like if I feel I'm not ready for this course, what is stopping me? Ask yourself what you want to experience, what you want to learn, go and explore and then come back. I mean, if you feel like you have a calling, you should do this at least once, do it. And otherwise, just let it happen. Let things happen in your life. We are all guided. In this preface itself, it says there are many practices people have been doing. So maybe, okay, give me try anything that comes in my way.
I feel once you get unified with the unified book, you will never go back or you will never do any other things because this is my opinion. I know we can learn the things. We can go, take classes of different courses. Like how Neelamji said that she's into spiritual tablets. Even I'm into spiritual tablet class. I don't know how it came to me, but it came to me suddenly. It just happened. So it is, but I'm unable to leave this book daily. I'll go touch that book and come. If I'm not reading or anything doing, I'll just go have touch this book. I feel it. I feel the Babaji. I feel his presence there. And then I just go. I don't stay there, but that moment I come and it is on top of every book. Like I have a stack of books. This will be the first book so that I can come, see that book and go back.
And then it doesn't let us go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I'm telling you about that 1,000 Seeds of Joy because I was traveling to India and I read this book and I did meditation. But then that book came and it was like a seeking that I was having. Although I know what's there, but I wanted to read. So I started reading and then I saw it's talking the same concept in just different language. And it has like little more feminine stories and things that has happened in the past. So what I have seen, like once I experienced this unified, it is allowing me to explore my heart to open more, not I would share more experiences as we'll go through the classes, things that were happening during the course in last 6 months, and what I experienced whenever I used to go and touch any other book that takes me to the mind, and all my experience, all my effort was going away. Even like while driving, if I'm putting something, Babaji saying, what are you doing? You could do the practice of sending, receiving love, being united with your higher self. What are you doing? So that way, that inner guidance was coming. And I stopped even, sorry about the noise. I'm in India right now, and there's crackers going on. So every day, like, come to the practice wherever you feel like, even for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, I'm going to do this practice. So it's so powerful. That's because it's the change that you will start experiencing every day in your life. And all that ups and downs you will also read in the chapter. The author himself has given that that all that sharing. So for now, let us just trust the process, give our best, follow word to word instruction, and very big note to any other session where we go in mind, dividing like many of the chakras, for example, right? So chakras takes us to the mind to process the different layers of our own self. So I would suggest to better have the practice strong. Do your Anapanasati Dhyan, right? If you have time, meditate more, 2-3 hour intense meditation, 5 hours intense meditation. And now how I do my meditation, first I will become one with God qualities, and I become one with my higher self, and then I go in meditation. If I have any thing that is not letting me go deep, I will put that question, get it resolved. That you will learn in the coming chapters. And then I will go in my deeper meditation. So the meditation is so smooth, so easy. And anytime that my meditation is broken, like I'm like getting lots of thoughts, I will again become one with God qualities, and then I'll continue my meditation. So this is enhancing my Anapanasati Dhyan practice every day that I've been doing. And along with that, any day-to-day life situation, now I know how to think, how to realign, how to recorrect. So there are no senior master, great masters. We all have that wisdom. Just now, Neelamji, while sharing her experiences, she shared what she has learned. So that way, we are all growing, right? And it's only like friends sharing their own experience. Like I did what and what my experiences are. That's all. Right. So the higher self concept is huge. But it can be understood. It can be first experienced and then lived. And that's what we all are moving to. Ji Madhvi ji, namaste.
Hi, Preeti.
Hi.
Namaste, Preeti.
Namaste.
Just now you said you'll center your heart and then you'll do your meditation. So when you say you do meditation, what do you mean?
Like Anapanasati Dhyan, right? So many of you, if you are seeing, like you've been meditating for long, we start with just today, right? We started with breath awareness, right? Few deep breath to just become aware, and then we relax into that breath. And then you feel that heart filled with love, filled with joy, filled with all the God qualities that comes to you in that particular moment. Every day you would find it's different. What we need, it comes to us. So you start feeling that, and then you just rest there. You don't keep repeating that, but just then you stay there. And you start watching your breath. When you lose all that, that communication that is happening is now settled. You are filled with love and light, and now you're just there. And whenever there is thought, you come to your breath, and then you stay there. And then I said about intense meditation. If you're sitting for 5 hours, maybe after 2 hours, I would reunite with the God qualities, and then I'll stay there. So many of us start with this breath mindfulness, which is we're observing the breath here, and then we might observe some sensation here and stay there. So anything that happens, it happens only after attuning ourselves with high love energy, right? That's what I meant.
Okay. So, couple of questions I have. One, the higher self, right? So, does the higher self change for this lifetime, or is the higher self going to be only one?
It's only about expansion, right? So our self is not a person. We might get a name, and that name could change. It's just, you know, every name or a sound that you want to call, it has a frequency, it has an alignment. You know, you're calling your son or your husband, it's how it is changing, how it is different. So recognizing your higher self with one name, you might, you know, you might go to the state that you might expand to a bigger uh, qualities, carrying, you know, bigger um, light, love, more light. You're just expanding. That frequency is changing, right? So that sound that has frequency, that connection has that frequency. So you might get a different name, but it won't be out of a blue. It won't be out of sudden, like, you know, you would be calling your name and continuing the practice and let it open up the way it goes. I think going again in the mind, when we put such questions, will my higher self name change? Higher self is only the God qualities. Okay. All the higher self, they're all my higher self, your higher self, they're not different. You know, but I perceive it through myself. Who am I? How much to learn? You know, what is my experience in the past? What is remaining? So only that gap is being filled with coming to the life and with having this known connection with our higher self. And
Okay.
name is just a calling name, because you just don't call your Miss or Mrs. or somebody, you always call it with a name. So you now recognize yourself with a name that fills you with love
Yeah.
and stays there with you.
Well, before I ask other questions, let me just, share my experience. Yesterday, I was just watching a movie, and definitely the higher self, I got it last time when I did, and after that, I didn't continue, as I said earlier. And I was just watching a movie, and then it was a love movie, right? And it was more like I was thinking, I mean, everybody must have experienced this love at certain point in their life. And then let me connect with that thought to my higher self. So there was immense energy that was flowing in me when I had the thought with my higher self and then connected. That was it was a good feeling. And then obviously when you feel very, very energetic. So that is the experience of what I wanted to share. The next question is, I mean, it may confuse some people, and I don't know whether you guys want to be on live, but it is just a question from the experience that I had. I don't know whether to ask you personally or in the
If it's your meditation experience, you would get to know.
yeah, not
Uh,
meditation experience. It is just that the questions that I have about
yeah,
the
please.
soul and the higher self.
Okay, if I understand, I can tell you, because I don't put, you know, I don't juggle around these concepts or the words or different acronyms.
Not
Once, because
juggle,
hmm,
not
when I
juggle,
said
but
like,
like
uh,
one of the master, well-known master. I mean, the Pradeep, Crystal Pradeep, right? So I was listening to his experience. He said that you always have to believe yourself, like from your soul point of view, right? So he was thinking that he was getting guided uh, by the angels or the masters above him, and then suddenly one day they stopped responding to him. So that is when he that is when, I mean, he said that he was depending on them so much that it was really, like he was not thinking about himself. I mean, thinking about himself, meaning from his soul point of view, right? So at one point, suddenly there was no guidance for him, and then he was all alone, and then he didn't know what to do. And then that was his experience. And then later he said that his soul, he said that I need to believe in myself from my soul perspective. I should not depend on anyone that who is going to come and help me, right? So, I mean, that question came to me when we were completely, like, not completely, we were connecting to the higher self. How do we know that this is the higher self that is guiding us? And I mean, he's a learned master with so much of experience. And he said that there are some people, some masters uh, who will come and say that I'm helping you, and then they give few instances that uh, they they say, oh, this is the good thing that for me to do, and then they get the confidence that this is the master that I need to listen to, and then finally they may not be the master. So you always have to believe in your soul. So that was his experience that he shared. That is the question came to me, and then the solution that I felt is like, when you completely believe in Babaji, there is a uh, uh, channel that he is going to make sure that what we believe in him will happen the way it has to happen in this universe. So that is the answer that I got. But if you have any other uh, question.
Perfect question for this session. And the book has the solution here, as you said.
Okay.
Some as like we are all in our journey, as I said, right? How much my past experiences are and what my experiences are remaining. That's how our soul plan is made, right? Also, somebody like Lalita ji said, I want to hear that sound. But maybe she has gone past that experience, and she might have got this name through her thought, or she could have felt, or she could have seen it written somewhere, right? So that is how we are stepping one step always further, right? So that guidance coming from angels or the masters, one day it is all gone, and now I'm like thinking what to do, right? That is where we surrendered completely, and then we hear only one voice from within: do this. That is the voice of our higher self, and that is why we are here. Okay, so Babaji, we got connected with Babaji, not with this physical self. Nobody has seen this Babaji with his eyes, right? But we got connected with Babaji through our higher self. So our higher self is just like, we are sitting like this, and the higher self is so huge that he can see far, 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 far. So he knows that, in the past, I have done this much work, and I have a connection. Now I'm ready for this much of experience. This much of experience is done. Now I'm ready for this much of experience. So every step I'm moving forward, right? So our higher self is the channel. The channel that you are talking about is no other than our higher self. Any communication that happens through angels, through masters, it happens through our higher self. And that will be next coming chapters, where you will see how to safeguard our communication. That's the very next chapter, and that's how we are all aligned, right? Once we are ready with our higher self name, we are going to step to the next chapter, where we are going to safeguard our communication, that we are not even like the information is not malfunctioned or malformed, right? The information, whatever we are getting through our higher self, is accurate. So that difference is, we will learn. There are different tools given in every chapter. So first chapter, centering in the heart, it's easy. It's the life. It's the name. Anybody would have seen Wild Robots. Recently, I went for that movie with my son, and I enjoyed it so much because that robot, it starts developing its heart, and it starts moving with his heart intuition. It starts reprogramming its own program. It starts reprogramming with a new experience from that heart. So that's how I was watching that movie, and then I realized why I'm here. Like when I'm doing this course, everything and anything that is happening, there's a reason, there's a purpose, there's a connection. So it was so beautiful to seeing a robot developing a heart and feelings, and reprogramming itself with that feelings and expanding in that knowledge, uh, in the work that it is doing. So it was such a beautiful movie. You can watch that. And it's always our higher self light that we are here today talking on this, exploring more. Every chapter will make us strong. It will enable us with so many tools. We will be safe. First of all, many people have seen that, I feel different energies. I go to the market, I feel tired and come back, and then somebody say I don't when I eat foods from the regular places where people are not meditating, I feel heavy. So all that thing, the secrets we will open up in next chapter. Thank you, Madhviji. Is it answered? Is your question answered?
Yes, yes, Preeti. One thing is, it's more of like it comes to my mind, right? I always believe that the soul, like believe in your soul, that is the
What is
most
soul?
important thing. And yeah,
What is soul? What is your soul?
I'm getting there. So the soul has a lot of layers. So we are taking the help of the higher self to clear those layers, so that way you can listen to your soul more and more. So
Soul
that
has no layers. Soul has no color, no texture. It's nirgun nirakar. It's just that infinite
around the
eternal
soul,
being that
around the
is
soul.
already always there. So we are all part of that huge ocean of energy, or what you call soul. Is like how I understand it, that the whole creation is made out of like white bed sheet, and we are all carved there. Somebody is drawing pictures. So in that same big bed sheet, there's animals, birds, fishes, and all the things that we see on this planet Earth, and then galaxies and all that other kingdoms and all the other galaxies, and everything is sitting on top of that, right? We need a canvas to draw something, right? So that canvas is soul. That canvas is infinite, eternal, always there, expressing itself in that moment, expressing itself and experiencing itself. So as we come to the end of all this, we will all experience all this, that we are that eternal beings, and we are more than this body. We are experiencing this right now, right my moment, in this moment. So just a little example I will share here. So last week, my mother, she met with an accident, and she is in hospital right now. So that's why I'm here. And whenever the first day I got this information, and I started meditating, I just felt her. I don't feel any separation from her. And then I came back from a very deep meditation. In no time, I went there, and I came back, connecting heart to heart, speaking as if I'm in her room, talking to her, expressing the joy and love, being with her. And then all of a sudden, when I came back, I felt so much smell of that hospital smell, right? That particular typical ICU smell. I felt all around me, and I felt like what this smell is like. And I was in US back then. So we are far beyond that body, but my consciousness is here in this present moment. Right now, I'm expressing myself, listening, experience, sharing, and everything. But in that moment, I was completely with my mother beyond that body, and I experienced and came back with the smell, as a proof of being there. So that is how we are going to expand with life, with this practice, and not only on this planet, the whole entire universe. That experience is going to come through. So every practice is making us become, more of God qualities. Now, what else you want, right? When we say soul and when we put layers, we are just blocking it away. It's far. But when we say it's here right now in the God qualities, you know, whenever my mom is worried, what does she pray for? She pray for strength. Where does it come from? It comes from God. And it doesn't fall from like sky, it comes from within. Right? So these are my qualities. So
Yes.
these God qualities are here. That is the soul qualities. Saying that Nirgun Nirakar, it is very, very vague and very difficult to live, to my experience. But when I come to when I come to life with love, the expression and the experience, no matter what, I'm looking so much this, right? For 1 week, my mother has been in ICU. She's still there and she's going through a recovery process. But still, that courage, that strength that comes from within, and outlook, it changes every moment. Um, so just allow it some time. Give this practice your committed. That you can say, okay, I did my best when I was doing this, and then
Yes,
you
I mean,
see, then you go
yeah.
away. You go to the next chapter, and every day. Last time also somebody put that question, and the next chapter came about higher self. And know that your higher self, what you are talking, is your whole self, what you call the soul, that comes and expresses itself in a form of male, female, a person who is very judgmental or anger and anything. We take the life lesson and we move on, keep on moving. And then once we have a huge set of experience, we come to the state where we can align with our higher self, with the God qualities, and we start expressing it more and more.
Sorry to hear about your mom. I'm sure she will recover. And when I say soul and the layers, I meant soul has a body, and around the body there are so many layers that we need to clear to listen to our soul. That's what I meant. And yes, definitely, I mean, I am in. If I'm in completely. So there is no doubt about it. As one of our friend has said, that for everything there is a reason that we come to these courses, to know more about ourselves. That's all it is. So
Yes.
I'm
And
all
don't
for it.
create layers, come out of layers, because there is none. It's all transparent. Nothing. We put the layers and we make things vague, and it's difficult to see.
Yes.
And when we
Mind.
come to the practice, like you said, the Babaji is giving me this, I trust it. Okay, I take it. I make it my own. I live it. I share it. Now see the power, how it is changing.
Yes. It's a journey. I mean, like you talked about the canvas. I always talk about the sea. Like when you take the droplet of a sea, if you think sea is the divine, if you take a droplet of that sea and then see it, all the divine qualities are there with us. We all have forgotten that, and this meditation is teaching us to get into the God qualities. That's all it is. Yeah. Thank you. I love your passion about Unified. It's really nice to see you here.
Thank you, Madhviji. And I wish everybody do your best reading the chapter again and again. I mean, even a day, there are person who have read the chapter for 3-4 times, and she's coming with so much joy that, oh my God, this is amazing. Because it is a total transformation. And Shrutiji, while you are reading the chapter for us, you might have experienced your understanding level every time you are reading like this. I was, while I was doing this Hindi Unified, I was doing the audio for it. So many times I had to recorrect. Babaji used to make sure that I'm understanding it correctly. So I'm like, first time reading in English, doing the translation. Most of the translation work was done by Shaileshi. You all might know him. And then I was doing proofreading along with him, and then some corrections here and there. And also while doing the audios, I was rereading. And then again, through the book, through the session, every day we were doing this audio. So it brings a lot of difference. It is like each and every cell in the body is accepting this knowledge and ready to live it. And that's when we see the change. We have to reprogram ourselves deeply. And we have been conditioned so much in layers and hierarchy that we can't think beyond it. But the moment we start experiencing the omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent God is within us, is us, our qualities are also the same, we start becoming one. The purpose of our oneness is a journey that we are all here to be one, unified. Thank you, masters. Thank you for your time, patience, and thank you for listening me. And I'll keep sharing my experiences as and when. Thank you, Lalita ji, for having me here, and all the masters. Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry for your mom, but yeah, hope she recovers very soon and she'll be healthy again.
Yeah, it's a little bit, you know, traumatic experience we are all going through. But we're the family of meditators. Everybody is having the same, that courage, that hope, and that's what fills her with so much hope. And today, when I was guiding,